Norway, 850 ABA. You are 17, and this morning your father handed you a spear that does not belong to you. It belonged to your brother. He took it on last summer's raid, and the sea kept him. Now it is your turn. Today you will live an entire career in a Viking raiding party. From the boy who bails water out of the Bilge, to the old man who cannot lift an axe anymore. This is the most feared war band in Europe, and almost nothing about it works the way the stories say. Before you sail, they show you what the crew does to a thief. A man from the next valley took silver from another man's sea chest over the winter. There is no prison here, no law to appeal to. The crew decides in the open, in front of everyone. And what they decide is that a man who steals from the men he rows with cannot be aboard. They put him out. Nobody touches him. Nobody helps him either. That is the law you are about to live under. The crew is everything, and outside the crew, there is nothing. 9th century. Scandinavian farmers with the best ships in the world have discovered that the monasteries of Europe are rich, poorly defended, and reachable in days. You are not a warrior by profession. Almost nobody here is. You are a farmer's second son, and the reason you are raiding is arithmetic. Your father's land goes to your eldest brother, and there is not enough for two. Raiding is not a lifestyle. It is what happens to men with no land. Level 1. The boy in the Bilge. You are the lowest thing aboard. Your job is bailing. The ship takes on water constantly, day and night in shifts, because a longship that stops being emptied stops being a ship. Nobody explains anything twice. The open sea at night in an open boat is a thing the stories never describe properly. There is no shelter. You sleep on deck between the sea chests, soaked under a blanket that is also soaked, and the cold gets into your bones and stays there. You are level 1, 17 years old, bailing water in the dark, and you have not yet seen a single coin. Level 2, the Oarsman. You earn an oar, the first real rank here, a place on a bench, a sea chest that holds everything you own. Rowing a longship is not romantic. It is hours of identical movement until your palms tear open and heal into something that no longer feels like skin. But you also learn what this ship is. It draws almost no water. A longship can cross an ocean, then row up a river into the middle of a country, and land on a mudbank with no harbor at all. That is why Europe cannot stop you. Nobody built walls that far inland. Nobody expected the sea to arrive there. Level 3, your first raid. A monastery on a coast, rich and undefended. Here is the part the stories get wrong. You are not here to fight. Fighting is a failure. The point is to arrive before anyone can gather men, take what can be carried, and be gone before the local lord's warriors reach the coast. A good raid involves almost no combat. What it involves instead is worse to look at. Silver, cups, plate, anything that melts. And people. Prisoners, taken and sold. That is the commercial core of the whole enterprise. And nobody aboard treats it as anything but business. You are 18. You do what the crew does. On the way back, you are handed your share. More silver than your father earned in his life. And you understand, uncomfortably, why men keep coming back. Level 4, the full crewman. 3 seasons in, you have a place, a share, and a voice. And here is what would astonish the men of every kingdom you raid. The crew argues. Decisions are made out loud by men who all have an opinion. Where to go, whether to fight, how to divide the take. Your captain leads because men choose to follow him. If enough stop choosing, he stops leading. You are still a farmer. That is what outsiders never grasp. You raid in summer and go home for harvest. In autumn, you are knee-deep in your own field with the same hands, 4 summers, You have silver buried under your floor, a reputation, and both arms. And then a raid goes the way they eventually all go, and you find out what happens when the people on the beach were ready for you. Level 5, the shield wall. They are waiting. Word traveled faster than your ship, and there are armed men on the shore formed up. Now you have to do the thing raiding was designed to avoid: fight a battle. The shield wall is not swords ringing. It is two crowds pressed against each other, shields locked, shoving. The second rank pushing the backs of the first, spears jabbing over the top at faces, feet slipping. The men who die are the ones who lose their footing. You are shoulder to shoulder with the man who has rowed beside you for 4 years, and neither of you can move your arms properly. It lasts minutes and feels like an afternoon. Then their line bends at the far end, and it is over, and you are alive. And 3 men from your bench are not. Level 6, the Steersman. 10 years. You know the sea. Not from maps, there are none. But from the color of the water, the birds, the swell against the hull. That makes you valuable in a way an axe never will. You take the steering oar. You have also stopped raiding monasteries. The good ones are stripped, and the coasts are defended now. Fortified bridges, walled towns, watchmen. So the trade changes. You take crews east instead, down the rivers, trading furs and slaves for Arab silver. You have seen the walls of Constantinople from a boat. Half the men in your valley do not believe you. Level 7, the captain. 15 years. Your own ship, your own crew. 40 men who chose you. And you discover what your old captain never said out loud. The authority is on loan every day. Bring back too little and men leave. Lose a ship and you lose everything because you own it. You are wealthy now, the way this world measures it. Silver, land, a haul. You take fewer risks and you notice yourself doing it. Level 8. The Landowner. 20 years. You stop going. Not a decision. You simply do not sail one spring and then not the next. Your shoulder never recovered from the wall. Your hands close badly in the cold. You farm the land your raiding bought, which is the joke nobody tells. You spent 20 years at sea to end up doing exactly what your brother inherited without leaving. Young men come to your hall in winter to hear about the rivers, Constantinople, the shield wall. You tell it well. You leave out the monastery, the prisoners, and the 3 men from your bench. Level 9, the old man. You are old. Your sons raid less than you did. There is less to take, and Europe has learned. In your lifetime, the coasts filled with walls, built specifically because of men like you. You are level 9. You changed the shape of Europe, and no one will write your name. The only records of these years are written by the monks you robbed, in the language of the people you frightened, and in their pages you are not a man. You are weather. The thing that came out of the sea one summer and went away again. Here is what nobody in your hall could know. The word Viking is not a people. It is a job. To go Viking meant to go raiding, something a farmer did for a season, not something a man was. Most Scandinavians in your century never raided at all, and the men who did left something they never intended. Your descendants settled the places they raided, England, Ireland, Normandy, and stopped raiding within a few generations. The Normans who conquered England in 1066 were the great-grandchildren of Norse settlers. The most feared raiders in Europe did not conquer it with axes. They dissolved into it, married into it, and their children spoke French. Nobody will ever know your name. But Europe still carries your grandchildren's. Your crew argued in the open and chose its own captain. Centuries earlier, another kind of soldier could be flogged half to death for questioning an order, and served 25 years for a piece of land at the end of it. Your life at every rank in the Roman Legion. That video is already on this channel.